Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're going to begin tonight in California, where dozens of wildfires are now raging out of control in what's being described as an unprecedented disaster. 39 million Americans are under red flag warnings as we come on the air tonight, and there's growing fear that scorching temperatures and high winds will only make the situation worse in the coming days. Now, much of the West Coast is now in the danger zone as powerful gusts of hot, dry air are fueling blazes all the way from the Canadian border down to San Diego. Tonight, the town of Malden, Washington, has been virtually wiped off the map after flames ripped through the fire station, City Hall, and most of the homes there. But nowhere are things more dire than outside of Fresno, where what's being called the Creek Fire exploded so quickly it's being described as in a class by itself. Now, tonight, the National Guard is working around the clock, frantically airlifting out hundreds of people who had been camping in the mountains and are now stranded by the flames. And power is being shut off for hundreds of thousands of people living in the area as crews try to stop electrical equipment from sparking even more fires. Now, there's also some breaking news that is just coming in from one of the major late-stage trials of a coronavirus vaccine. The drug maker AstraZeneca says tonight it has put its study on hold while it looks into what appears to be an unexplained illness in one of the people participating in the test of the vaccine. So there's a lot of new reporting to get to tonight. We've got our team of correspondents standing by to cover it all. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is going to lead off our coverage from the landing zone where the National Guard is still staging those dramatic rescues tonight. Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening to you, Nora. The National Guard is still making those air rescues. One, in fact, is returning right now. They've been doing so for more than 12 hours. Nothing about battling this blaze has come easy.
Tonight, the Creek Fire is being called an unprecedented disaster, spiraling flames in all directions. We saw it firsthand.
These are the kinds of unbelievable conditions that rescuers are facing and why they simply can't get to those campers that are trapped deep inside this forest.
Campgrounds had been packed on a Labor Day weekend that quickly became a nightmare.
Just wanted to show you if we make it out of this. There's fire on all sides, all around us, all the roads.
The California National Guard made some rescues, but had to abort several more with the fire still too treacherous. Finally, today came the break they needed.
Look.
This was Mary Breckenridge hearing for the first time from her son John that all was okay. He was aboard a Chinook helicopter. 3 days of anxiety and despair melting away in an instant. John and his dog Banner safely rescued.
You know, my cabin is probably on fire, our cabin, but this is what's important.
The wildfires burning throughout the West are especially destructive this year. Scientists say they're fueled by climate change. The fires now ripping through several states, leaving a path of immeasurable destruction. This fire exploding in Utah, others racing through the Pacific Northwest in the small community of Malden, Washington.
Approximately 90% of the town is completely gone,
including the City Hall, fire station, and the post office. Flames still visible hours after the fire raced through, pushed by 50-mile-per-hour winds. Residents getting out just in time. Back at the Creek Fire, pilots made 8 trips today, rescuing 120 people. The winds are about to pick up again. The fire's still out of control. But for so many families, this is all that matters.
What do you have to say for the pilots?
They are modern-day superheroes.
And that latest chopper just landed. The other superheroes here, firefighters. And tonight we're learning 14 firefighters had to deploy fire shields in Los Padres National Forest. Those shields are metallic shields against the flames. We're told that 3 of them were injured. 1 is in critical condition. Nora?
We're praying for their safe recovery. Thank you, Jonathan.